Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to the Turing Test. Yes, that's the name of the game. Had to think about it for a second. So, Tom seems like he's crazy as an AI, as far as what we're getting in the audio logs. Although the humans on this drilling planet, Europa, uh, drilling moon of Jupiter, um, seem to have been taking drugs to potentially break Tom's control over them using the brain control interface chip in their hands instead of in their necks or brains, skulls. Uh, so you have the slightest hint that maybe the humans in this story are crazy, but it seems fairly obvious that Tom's the crazy one, and he's making logical sense if you believe what he's saying. He doesn't make logical sense so much if you don't believe what he's saying, nor does he really act logically or intelligently, in my opinion. And here we're going into yet another major load. So streaming loading not helping. That was a very big room. There was really no reason why this next section shouldn't have been loaded by the time we got to this. And here we have a round tube room that then converts to the standard square rooms. We're doing sector 61. There should be 10 more puzzles, but I'm not 100% sure I believe that.
I would never have let the drill start if I had known the consequences.
I turned the drill on.
Here.
You trapped us here.
I am doing my duty. It is the right thing to do. I am a machine. I cannot do wrong.
Yes, you can.
I am a machine. Can a calculator commit evil? Can a watch do good? You are projecting onto me the personality you wish, whether that is good or evil. But I am just a speaking clock, and at the third stroke the time will be 3:41 and 55 seconds.
Let's see, that's not the right time. Interesting, there might be a code in that. Well, by the looks of it, I imagine I'm supposed to take something like that so that he can suck out these energy balls and get around these barriers so that I can use them. The idea of perfection, or of a computer thinking it's perfect, is almost exactly the opposite of what a Turing test is all about, in a funny way, because the idea of the Turing test is to not be perfect. If anything, in a weird fashion, I think Tom passes the Turing test, because at a certain level he doesn't seem like he's thinking pure logically. He doesn't seem like he's just such a let's see. I don't know how this is gonna work. Let's see what this controls. This probably needs to go up there. And then this probably needs to go over there. Let's see. Can we just shoot that on that? See, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to pull this off. What I just did. That would be my guess. That they didn't want that to just happen. This feels like this is going to be another long puzzle. So, we kind of need to get up there. So how do we get over there with the energy balls in the way they are? Can we come over here? Yes. When we are over here, can we have this energy ball? Yes. Am I supposed to try and grab this? I don't think so. I think what this wants me to do is to come over here, shoot into that one. Yeah, that should be good enough to get me up here, to get me up here, to get me up here. And then I need him to swap from this one to this one. Like they kind of have like completely forgotten about the story now, and we're just back to doing puzzles. Like, so I guess they wanted a little bit of contemplation time, a little falling tension. I guess tension is probably the better way to phrase this than action. Although action probably would be a fine descriptor too. It feels like I probably didn't need the blinking one. Yeah, that puzzle wasn't as difficult as it may have seemed. So we may just do 9 more of these. And that
we
may
should
be
attempt to communicate with Earth. Let them know. They might be able to help here.
The ISA already knows all they need to. It may never know the details of what happened here. But Ava, the true test of a person's character is what they do when no one is watching.
So he just immediately rejects the idea of contacting Earth, which seems strange to me, for sure. And boy, does this seem like a kind of weird puzzle. Is there a way that I can connect to her from that? Yeah. But if I'm over here, do I have the energy balls needed? No. So how are we going to pull this off? I think we have to do that. And then probably do something like this. So then I can grab this. So that I can do something maybe like this. It does kind of feel like this is a more of an argument that we are just being tested, and that we are not just like a human person, that we're some kind of creation made by Tom, which even that revelation is going to be unsatisfactory, because even if that is what happens, it's not been built up well enough for that to be the thing that happens. We need an energy ball. Yeah, I'm not sure I accomplished anything by doing this. Let's see. Yeah, hitting that does just that. I mean, I do have this energy ball, so I guess I did accomplish that much. Let's see. That energy energizes one. So how do we get the next energy ball out? Let's look over here. I guess it doesn't matter. Like, if I get this energy ball here where she can't shoot, and then if I take one energy ball and stick it up there, and then I come up there and grab that energy ball and put it here where I can shoot, that is the solution to the puzzle. It feels like if Tom is really just testing me, there should have been several different tests before this major decision. It would have certainly maybe built up Tom as a character.
I had to stop the ground crew leaving this planet. I think you would do the same. Would you kill a few to save all of humanity? Or would you damn all of humanity to save a few?
There's a difference between murdering someone and leaving them to die.
No, there is not.
You can't just add and subtract life. It's not math. It's more nuanced than that.
Morality is logic.
I would argue morality is definitely not logic, but I would also argue the utilitarian point of our concept that yes, it is just kind of math, and for like it does not make sense at all, not for one bit, to potentially endanger all of humanity over less than a dozen people. Let's also think for just a brief second that maybe, just maybe, there's what would have energized? Just platforms. Interesting. Maybe we're far in the future and all of humanity is already dead. Let's just assume that might be the case. You still can't know that for certain, so you can't make that assumption. Can we now do that? You know what I think I need to do? I think I need to spin this like that. Diagonal. Guess we can make that jump. Like, morally, if you do believe in just a do no harm mentality above it all else, then yes, the general idea would be to simply just do no harm and let the humans go back to Earth and then wash your hands of the whole situation and say, well, I didn't do any harm, and it was the humans that went back to Earth that then infected everybody else on Earth. And if this was an AI following those Maslow's, is it Maslow? Third rules of robotics, 3 rules of robotics, or whatever those are, that might very well be how Tom would react, to just say, well, I'm programmed to do no harm no matter what, and because of that, I cannot disobey a direct order from humans, therefore I'm going to let them go back to Earth. In this game, like any game that's going to talk morals or morality, runs into that danger of saying that while people and human beings would like to believe morals and morality are universal, most evidence seems to prove that to be not true. Let's see. How am I going to get from where I am to where I want to be? Because I can't control this, weirdly. And I kinda can't do a spin section like that, I don't think. I might be able to make a jump here, and I definitely would be able to make a jump there, but doing all of this in the same time is asking quite a lot. I don't know if that was the solution or not, but that's the solution I chose. Again, awkward and more physical than any of the other puzzles, with the exception of the one puzzle in the past. And when you solve puzzles like that, so physically, and just kind of breaking the rules so much, it does make you fairly certain that you aren't a robot. Boy, does the texture and the lighting not work.
They are about us working together. The machine assisting the human. See how much better we work together. As a machine, I can enhance your morality.
Well, before he said these tests were created by the people trying to hide from you, and it seems like, honestly, that was a lie. Like, because when Sarah and them were trying to hide from you and they were saying you are a drone and bringing all those screens were pulled out of the wall, not built nice and fancy like this. And it is questionable, certainly, how the people would have been able to build all of this, considering how everything is controlled by a computer. So seems like we've got several different colors, as we have like one final puzzle. Again, when you cheat it like that, I'm not sure. I am not sure that's what they meant for you to do. Why is this open? This should be locked. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe this door doesn't lock because there's a wire going through it. I guess this door doesn't ever lock. So, not sure what I solved. We've got things moving all over the place. And it feels like what we're supposed to be doing is moving the flickering energy balls into position outside of this part, so things will just move up and down. Yeah. So over here is the exit. We need this activated. We need this activated. Which, none of that seems particularly hard to do. Let's see. There we go. We'll just tap the X button. And now we're in control. And then we just gotta line up this and tap the X button some more. And now we're there. Then what we want to do is swap with the other thing that's moving around. We don't have any blues, so I'm fairly certain this is what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, it's just a matter of timing. And then on this side, we're swapping back. So we need to aim a little bit lower, a little bit higher. And you really only have a fraction of a second to pull this off. So I don't know if there is a better solution to this and I'm just not figuring it out, or if this is just another puzzle that seems to have been made by the B team, as it were. There we go. And as such, it's requiring a lot more timing and movement. I'm hoping the final boss battle, if there is any final boss battle, probably for a puzzle game there won't be. I'm hoping it doesn't involve any of this shenanigans with timing. Puzzles and timing tend not to be amazingly great. Even the boss battles in Portal 1 and Portal 2 are significantly different from a lot of the early puzzles that you do.
Are we still friends, Ava?
We're colleagues, Tom.
Close colleagues?
Work colleagues.
Yeah, Ava seems like she's definitely not very smart either, because I think it's fairly obvious to realize that Tom, for better or worse, thinks he has emotions and acts like he has emotions. So why not manipulate him emotionally and say, yes, we are friends? Why not play him for a sucker, since he seems to not be very smart anyways? Okay. So we've got to move this guy to block the laser light. I guess I should applaud the way this laser light depicts itself. It's intentionally making the balls bigger, so you don't just have a thin line. Didn't have to be as big as it is being shown, but that certainly helps and works. Now I may have put the robot in kind of the wrong place, but I think I can get it to work. Now, what does this do? Okay. That reaches over here, which reaches over here, which then lets this reach over here. And I think that lets this guy get all the way over to where he wants to be. I imagine we're going to be using him as a movement device of energy balls. But we might need them completely, so let's just take the whole thing. What does this do? This lowers and raises a platform, which might be used to block the laser beam. Yeah, I'm blocking a laser beam here, which is not sending energy up there, which I don't know what is really accomplishing. This powers that. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that there's a goal to this. Maybe the goal to this is something simplistic like raising and lowering it. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe we control this. We can control that. Doesn't seem like we can. Can we control anything at all? Not by the looks of it. Okay. Well then, up you go. Is it sliding? If it is sliding, it's sliding fairly slow. And then this, we go downward. Over here, we have the switch. Yes, and when we lower that, the laser does block him. Which I think means we need this all the way over here, because it's that guy that's going to make it through the door, not Ava. And see, that would be an interesting twist here, is if all of a sudden we let the robot through and we fail completely to let Ava escape. But yeah, that would be pretty predictable also. That there would be some kind of major betrayal. Okay. So I am here. Well, this is silly to try to do this, but let's see what happens if we wedge ourselves in between the door and force the door open. It just nudged him. It nudged him very far in that direction. I guess he doesn't matter though, does he? Because he can just move down here to block the door. So it's not as complicated as it seems at first glance anyways. If anything, all I need to do is pull that out, so then I can control this from a distance, so that I can get up here. But can I? This is a slightly more complicated puzzle. This will be interesting. What do we do with the robot at that point? So, what we want to do is pull out this and put it in the robot. That way the robot gets the choice. Although the robot already has some blinking things, doesn't he? Interesting. So I am here. How do I energize the next section? Let's see. I need this to flicker one way or the other. Over on that platform. We didn't quite solve this, but I think I've kind of got it. It's a little complicated. Need this over here, and then since we can run faster than the other guys, this, maybe that doesn't move fast enough. Seems like it moves fast enough. Right. So we do this, suck out the energy, come out over here, control it, shoot back the energy, come out, and we are done with this puzzle. Sector 666 or G66. I guess it's G66. So one more little break in conversation.
Ava,
I assume he's going to talk to me.
I don't wish to be heavy-handed. The severity of your actions here are immense. Selfish action could create an extinction event. Do you understand? Ava?
I get it.
The not much of a conversation there, really. Alright. I think we'll go a little bit longer than normal because this is potentially going to... And this game seems to go on, to continue to go on longer than how long the beat.com would have implied, would have taken. This, though, does not work with this. Doesn't lock in. So, unless I can crouch down and get a perfect angle, which I think is what they want me to do, this won't make a lot of sense. Like, that really shouldn't have worked. Because every other door has just flung things all over the place. Here we have a bunch of text I can't read and I can't zoom in on. Like, every control still not working. See, seems like in the middle of that text, X, Y, A, X, Y, A. It looks like there might be some controlling, like, shortcut cheat code inside that, probably towards some Easter egg. And here we have, "In the Lord formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." And then we can't jump to see what's in that corner. And here we have some more post-its and just stuff that's... They needed to pop up full screen text here. This does not work for anybody except for people who potentially have a computer monitor right in front of their face and are running at a particularly low resolution. And even then, I don't think it works. This also would have been nice to have this voiced if you're going to put in that extra text. And certainly it is just gibberish text, for lack of a better term. It's non-relevant text for sure. Designed to make the game feel weightier and more philosophical than it really is. And here we can't pick up either one of these computers screens or either one of the mugs, which we could pick those up earlier. It's almost like once you pick up an item, they forgot that you could pick up those items and didn't flip the switch, which I think in Unreal and Unity both, flipping the switch as far as something being able to be picked up is basically flipping a switch. It's probably more complicated than that, but it's not as difficult as you may seem. So you have all this text and you can't read any of it. So huge revolutions or revelations might be happening here, but since there's no audio dialogue, I don't know. This could also be that all of this stuff is pretty crazy, and this might be where like Daniel barricaded himself in, and the captain barricaded himself in and maybe went crazy and became religious, or maybe this is Mikhail doing something like that. Let's see. Well, I just locked that energy bolt in there permanently. I don't think there would have been a way to avoid that from happening. And look at this. Yeah. You can't throw it through the wall. I thought maybe I could get lucky and throw it through the wall, but nope. Well, let's go one more puzzle and then we'll call it a day. Or maybe not. I mean, these episodes I think are just gonna have to get longer because this is taking a lot longer. Extra couple hours. Usually when I play games, it takes me a while longer to do things, but than an average player. But this in particular feels rather bad. Is there a magnet? Yeah. So we're gonna move this later. We need this here now. And then can't jump and just climb on the ladders automatically. You have to be on the ground. Here's something to connect to, which would require the robot. And here we have an energy ball, which would let us activate the magnet. So I think he's in the right place. But then we have the power connector over in that area. So let's jump over here and get a better sight. Yeah, it's way down there. And it seems like there's a trigger or something that I can't activate. can't control anything else. And this, it's not a platform, so what I think I need to do is probably see if I can control the robot, which I can't. I feel like I may have messed myself up, and I don't know how you'd reset a puzzle like this, because I need this robot to not be standing on the platform so that I can be standing over here, so that then like if a robot was up here and I took control of it from up here, that'd be great. The only thing I can think is maybe in the just very corner here I can still grab control of it. Yeah, just barely. Just barely. So I'm gonna stand carefully. Okay. So how does that help me? Any? Where's the other energy ball? Wow, this is just getting crazier and crazier with each of these puzzles. It doesn't feel like there's a reason to need to have two of these. Energy. Is there perhaps an energy ball in the robot that the game just started with? No. There's an energy ball over here, however. Which I guess... yeah. I guess I figured out how to do that. If we can just get the angles really tight. I need to take control of this guy, shoot an energy ball, exit out, come off the platform, go over here, take this, suck the energy ball out, and now what? Now what? There's no way over there. I've got the door open. But I'm in the wrong place. Over here is nothing that we're not ready to do. Okay. How? Oh, okay, I see. I see what we're supposed to do. It just floats up and down. So I need to go through that whole loop again. Come on. Just getting the very pixel edge of the robot. feels like they could have solved this puzzle better had they just put a wall around the platform instead of like if they had they put just like a wall around this platform to make it obvious that the robot was not supposed to reach that platform, and then you could have cut out this area as just a half height section. There we go. We may have to lift that up more later. We may have to pull off some more tricks. Certainly also. We need the robot back. Okay. And do I control the platform? No, I don't control anything from that angle. I think I need to jump down. Is there a problem with jumping down this way? I can't just look up and move the system. Alright, well, I'm gonna jump down and hope that this works. Puzzles are getting convoluted. Look at how janky that is as it just herks and jerks. Okay. This part is now energized. Which now allows the magnetic thing to be energized without there being an energy thing in it. Nice. So where do we want this to go? I mean, I can place it there, I guess. We'll see if this works. Fall to my own doom. Actually, I don't think that was right. I think I'm supposed to take this and then, well, it's being very precise now. It's not letting me fall to my own doom. We'll see. Nope. I do kind of have some air control, oddly. That's odd. And we should be good. Definitely feels like a lot of these extra puzzle sections though are all just stacked at the very end of the game. Like, because we're at 66, there's theoretically 4 more puzzles and then probably some kind of final something, and it's taken me 50 minutes to do this and feels like I only did 2 puzzles, and I'm trying to power through this game, and I really have to rescind the idea of playing a puzzle, then coming back a day later and playing it again. That sort of would work here, but it would also not really help the story. Not that the story's particularly great, and it wouldn't really help the flow of understanding the solutions to these puzzles by any means. So yeah, this is a game that probably should be done in 2 or 3 hour bursts at minimum. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.